Hello, my beautiful beauties and my wonderful lovelies. A pleasant morning to you all. All right, my beautiful people. Now, what I'm going to talk about, I'm talking about in some cases and some situations. All right. One of the reasons why you find people actually not happy and not fulfilled is that they're actually misfits in organizations, in churches, in other social places and events. So, for example, my mother said she heard Joyce Meyer saying she can't understand why churches will have a very good singer or very good singers, and they use somebody who is mediocre and almost little to none in the talent in the area of singing, and the one who has the gift for singing, we're talking, they're all on the same level. When I say same level, meaning they have the basic Christianity, they're children of God, based on what they have demonstrated. So we're not talking a non-Christian versus a Christian. All right. And we're not going to get into the heart of an individual. We can only go by what they have declared and somewhat fruits we may see them display. And you will see the person who is talented in that area, and you push them aside because of jealousy and envy, and the ones who are not so good and not so talented, you put them at the front. And what ends up happening is that when that person now comes to the fore, the ones who are semi-talented or lacking the talent in singing becomes very jealous and envious. Why? In the first place, they should not have been there. They were misfits. It's like organizations. You'll have people in leadership who will have malicious envy and jealousy for somebody below them who is not in management. Why? Because perhaps really they should not have been in management. They did not have the leader-like qualities. Although by and large we're all leaders in some way. Or rather, whether it's leader of your home or wherever it is. But I'm talking about a public leader, somebody whether it's in the workplace, the leader of a land, the leader of a social event or church or whatnot. It is because they're misfits and you really were not called for that. For example, you may have some persons who have the gift of preaching, but it doesn't mean that they are called to be a pastor, because that's a whole different ball game. So they have the gift of evangelism. They can be lay preachers, but it doesn't mean that they need to take up a church. They should probably work at a regular place, get a skill in another regular secular area. And that's my belief. And that is why people are not fulfilled. And that is why envy and jealousy is rampant and very pervasive in our land. It's permeating the entire land and across the world, because most times people are misfits. It's like David and Saul. The people are pushing Samuel to God, just, all right, get him that man. But he really wasn't called. That was not his area. David was called. And that is why the women sang, Saul killed 1,000, David killed tens of thousands. So sometimes you're not fulfilled because you're really a misfit. And nothing is wrong if you pull back and allow the right person to go in. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my